Alrighty, Kelvin. So, I just decided to make another video because I'm tired. It's the end of the day. I've been coaching all day, and I don't feel like typing. And this is just the most efficient way to get things across to you. Plus, I'm at a loss. I'm really kind of confused because what you're typing in your email and then what I'm seeing here on the spreadsheet, they don't match. So I don't know what you're. It looks like you're doing things correctly on the spreadsheet, but it's not what you're typing up to me. Okay, so just to show you, kind of what I'm seeing here. You said that you just finished up the February 13th week of training, day 4. So here's the February 13th. Right here. We've got day 1, day 2. Here's day 3, bench only, and then over here's day 4. Looks like you did it right. 125 by 3 sets of 3. Here we've got, planned 197.5 for 3 sets of 3. You typed in 198 there, so I'm guessing that you at least started it, but didn't record any reps or anything like that. However, this is where I'm lost. As you said, for your squat, you did your warm up that you mentioned, and then you did 145 by 3 sets of 3 at an RPE 8.5. Yet you recorded 125 3 by 3. And then where I'm really lost is your deadlift. I don't know where you're looking at for your deadlift. But you mentioned that you couldn't move the bar at 217.5 when you're supposed to be doing 197.5. Back the bar to 210. And so then I don't know where you're getting these numbers that you're trying to lift when you should be doing 197.5 for 3 sets of 3. So I'm not sure what's going on here, Kelvin, and I really don't know where to guide you. Okay, but hopefully we can get this all straightened out. We can get this all on the same page after next week's training. Okay. This week, essentially, we've got scheduled 2 more bench sessions. You're supposed to do 4 singles at 85 kilos and then 3 doubles at 92.5 kilos. It sounds to me like you're injured. We know that you can do, 90 kilos for singles, and we know that you can do 85 for doubles. You've done it before. But, you're talking about some sort of pain in your sternum. I'm thinking that you're injured. So you got quite a bit of bench work that you already have done this week. Your bench is kind of faltering anyway, so it's not like cutting volume more is going to hurt it more. I think we're just going to scratch the rest of this week's benching session. I'm just going to turn it black. Say you're done. Please log your deadlift, 198, or is that 198 or 196? Yeah, okay, you typed in 197.5 and it rounded it. Log that, and then next week let's just plan on sticking things, the way we've got them outlined. You'll do 2 sets of 10 at 67.5, 3 singles at 80, and then our test is going to be hopefully 92.5. Now, obviously, when we test, if you can't even get 1 with 92.5, get something that you can get 1, okay? Because then what we're going to do is we're going to adjust the spreadsheet, punch in new 1 rep maxes, and then we're going to go from there, okay? When you do your deadlift, I think you can probably, for your singles that you're doing on day 2 at 175, I don't know if you're already doing this, but try a mixed grip, okay? A mixed grip will help. It'll help your grip strength if you're trying to do double overhand, okay? And then just 3 singles at 175 should be pretty darn doable, okay? And then when you do your test at 202.5, keep to that mixed grip. And then probably in the next macro cycle of training, we can probably just kind of do a combination of doing straps with anything over 3, and if it's 3 or under, do a mixed grip, okay? You had some questions. Am I headed in the right direction? Your warm-ups sound fine. Those totally sound appropriate. I don't know what's happening with your sternum, and I don't know where you're getting your numbers. So the warm-up is right. The rest of it, I'm at a loss. If the recommended load is too heavy, should I do a 5%, 8%, 10%, or 12% back off? Hopefully, once we get a good idea of true strength tests, a good double at some load for your bench press, basically a double at what we've got planned for your squat, which is 130, which, considering that you did 145 today for a set of 3, should be no trouble. But I mean, once we get that last day will hopefully point us in the right direction. Because in a percentage-based program, unless you're injured, all of your programming is based on what you can do for a 1RM, 2RM. And then there should be no inappropriate loads, you know what I mean? And then if you do have to auto-regulate, it's very, very subtly. You're working not even in terms of percentages, you know what I mean? It's like maybe a kilo less on your squat on a day that you're supposed to do 3 sets of 5, you know what I mean? Or you average it all out and you do, 2 kilos less, you do the weight you're supposed to on the second set, and then you do 2 kilos more on the third set, things like that. But yeah, I mean, in a percentage-based program, there should not be, other than very little subtle adjustments like that, because you're not feeling up to snuff, or maybe you are feeling fantastic and you want to use 2 kilos more and hit your rep targets. There shouldn't be, any need for that. So hopefully the next microcycle, the next macro cycle of training will be just that once we get this good test in, okay? I mean, there's this entire macro cycle of training has really been just kind of blown out of water, and maybe your strength is just way down. I don't really know all that's happening on your end, and that's kind of the reason why I want to get on the same page as far as us logging and whatnot. And when it comes to logging, I saw that you did put some stuff in here. It wouldn't even really have to be that descriptive as that you've got it. You know what I mean? I mean, it's the February 16th. I can see the date there, so I know that you're doing the training from the 13th to the 20th. Put day 1 upper lower accessory. That's it. The next time put day 2, and then that's it. Maybe that's all you did. Day 3, maybe it's all accessory, and then maybe you can put in there curls, extensions, silo raises, etc. That's really all it could be, because then I know what lifts you're doing on that day. If you're doing a combination of lifts, then you put day 2 benching, day 4 squatting, and then whatever other accessories you do. It could be as easy as that, okay? Okay, should I record down the sets I did with lifting straps? If so, do you recommend to note it down in the main lift indicating with a strap or not? Again, partner, what I would like to see us do is, if it's 3 or less, okay, if it's a set of 1 rep, 2 reps, or 3 reps, we use a mixed grip. Okay, that's the easiest way to just boom, basically add 20 kilos to your deadlift that you can do due to failing because of grip strength. Okay, and then everything that is basically borderline 3 or more, you just use your lifting straps. Okay, and then as long as we're both on the same page there, and you're doing just that, you shouldn't have to note it. I just know it's a set of 8, he used straps. It's a set of 2, he didn't. And then if you had to change outside of that, go ahead and note it. Okay. All right, my friend. Yeah, that's it. Let's finish up this last week. Let's get a good test. If you can't bench, you can't bench. We're just going to have to scratch benching, put it on the secondary day, and do some sort of a substitute, like flat dumbbell bench pressing and whatever rep range is appropriate. Okay, and we'll probably use some auto regulation there, and I'll just give you rep targets, and you use a load that feels appropriate. Okay, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Let's just get through next week, and hopefully hopefully your spreadsheet is saying the same thing on your end as it is on my end. Otherwise, we might just have to make a new spreadsheet so that we're both using the same page and we're both seeing the same numbers. Okay. All right, buddy. We'll talk to you later.